Hello, kindergartners. We're going to be on lesson 11-6. This is on page 655. All right, Carlos looks at this hundreds chart, and he notices that 21 comes just after 20. So here's 20. The next number is 21. So we're going to try and see what numbers come after each of the decade numbers. So these are the decade numbers: 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. He knows that 21 comes next. So let's look at number 10. What number comes next? 11. Now let's look at the next number. So we have 10, 20, 30. What number would come next? Right after 30. 31. What number comes after 40? 41. What number comes after 50? 51. What number comes after 60? 61. What number comes after 70? 71. What number comes after 80? 81. What number comes after 90? 91. Now, what do you notice about all of these numbers that we circled? I notice that they all end in a 1. The ones place all has a 1. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And I also notice that the tens place goes up a number. So we could even count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they all go up a number, but then the ones place always stays the same. So we're going to be practicing counting using patterns today. All right, so we're going to be counting forward to try to figure out what is the missing number. So on this one, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we have what numbers are missing? 7, 8, and 9. Those were our missing numbers. All right, let's try these ones. Now they've written it in for us, but I don't want to have to count from the beginning every single time. So we can start at the number right before it. So we have 4, what's missing? 5, then 6. Now how about this one? 14, what comes next? 15, 16. Look at the one right before it, say it, 24, 25. So we can count on to find the missing number. Instead of starting all the way back at 1, that would take us a long time to count all those numbers. So we can count forward from the number right next to it. Let's practice it over here. So these are missing some numbers, and I don't want to have to count all the way from 1 all the way to the 60s to try to figure out these missing numbers. We can just go back 1 or 2 and then try to fill in those missing numbers. So let's see, we have 64, 65. What would come next? 64, 65, 66, 67, 68. Those would be our missing numbers. And then we could keep going, 69, 70. So it was 66, 67, and 68. Those were those missing numbers. All right, let's keep trying. Now this one might be a little bit tricky, but it's the number that's right before 42. And before we look at that one, we could go forward to these next two, and that might help us to figure out the pattern. So let's start at 49. We go 49, 50, 51, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. Then what? 61. Now that can help us figure out what this number is. So we can see that these ones both end in a 1. So this is going to end in a 1. So then what number do you think would be in our tens place? Well, it says 5 and 6. So I'm guessing that this one's going to be a 4 because it has 4 all in this row. And it would make sense going 4, 5, and 6. Let's check and see. 41, 42, 43, 44. Yes, that makes sense. So our missing numbers were 41, 51, and 61. Let's circle those ones. 41, 51, and 61. Now let's try these ones. These ones are missing those decade numbers, those counting by 10 numbers. So let's try and see. 37, 38, 39. What would come next? 40. 38, 39, 40, 41. That makes sense. Now let's try to find this one. 48, 49, 50. Now we can check and see. 48, 49, 50, 51. That makes sense. All right, and then what do you think this number will be? 58, 59, 60. And we can even count by tens. 40, 50, 60. So our numbers that we're missing were 40, 50, and 60. Let's circle them. All right, let's look at this one. Let's try to find these three missing numbers. Let's start at 27. Ready? 27, 28, 29, 30. Then what? 31, 32. So our missing numbers were 30, 31, and 32. Let's circle them. When you're done with this page, go ahead and turn it to the independent practice. And you will be trying to find all the missing numbers for 7, 8, 9, and 10. Go ahead and fill in the chart to find the missing numbers, and then circle the numbers that are missing, just like we did before. When you're done with this page, go ahead and post it onto Seesaw.